the Defiant Spirit and Man Uprising. Just want to check in with you and share with you some thoughts about something I see coming up over and over again in my coaching, especially with men, midlife, women too. And that is the role of who we are, right? Our self. Where do we place ourselves? We have in our society such a misunderstanding about a word. And I'm a big fan of words. I think words really need to be used as tools. And I use this as a tool with my coaching clients, that there are words that liberate us and words that confine us. And this word that can liberate us, two words, self-centered. Now, when I say self-centered, most people think, oh, he's arrogant, he's egotistical, he's selfish. That's not self-centered. That is selfish. Self-centered is literally what it means. Self-centered, to put yourself at the center. I see this a lot with the nice guys. I've been writing a lot of blogs on the different personas, personalities, Enneagram types. And I've been in the nice guy space, Enneagram 9, those of you who know what that is, the peacemaker, Enneagram 2, the helper, Enneagram 1, the reformer. That's sort of the nice guy hangout up in that corner of the Enneagram. And nice guys believe it's not nice to be self-centered. So therefore, I'm going to come off of my center and go out to others. What do you need? What do you want? You come first. It's better to give than receive. And all of these messages that either we tell ourselves or we've been told by family, friends, society, and we start to believe it. You know how many guys I work with at midlife who just say, I can't do that, B. I can't pursue that job. It's not about, financial security. I'll be secured by doing that. It never counts a guy to do something irresponsible. But for the guy who's at this crossroads and could choose professionally a direction that would be more satisfying to him and still provide for his duties and responsibilities, but he doesn't do it because it feels self-indulgent, selfish, self-centered, as he would say, or to be in a relationship and just to sort of acquiesce on your needs, to give up on what you want, your hopes, your dreams, excuse me. And that's deeply, deeply challenging for a man at midlife. It's an opportunity. When you come to those crossroads, define midlife however you see fit, when you come to those crossroads to ask, is this working? Is it good? Is it what I want? Is it why I'm here? So putting yourself back at the center isn't an act of selfishness. In fact, nice guys, it's an act of kindness. What do you need? People around you can't know if you don't know. It is not kind to be in a marriage and you keep pretending like you don't have needs. They're not important. The resentment grows over time and you start to drift off your center and you're a version of yourself. You're a variation of yourself. You're a fragment, but you're not the true you. So who's your wife in relationship with? A version of her husband, or kids' relationship, a version with their father, and so on and so forth. To be you got to get back to your center. What are my core values? What is my North Star? Or as I say, what's my why, my purpose? Problem is most guys don't know. They've gotten this far in life because they know their professional why, their purpose, but they don't know their personal why. And that's the real issue. When you're not self-centered, it really isn't about others. It isn't about pleasing others. It isn't about giving. It isn't certainly loving and compassionate. It's fear. It's fear of, if I stand at the center, who am I? What do I want? What do I need? And so many nice guys simply don't know. So it starts with, first of all, reframing this idea from selfish to self-centered. I want to be back at the center of my life. I want my wife to be in relationship with the true me, my kids, my boss, my friends, my family. They might not like it. They might even leave me, but this is who I am. And I'm not going to be a variation of myself anymore. Not simply to be liked or to be nice or to be good. To reframe it, to put it back into its perspective, it's not selfish, it's self-centering. To admit it, I'm scared to put myself at the center. I'm scared to pursue this inward journey of knowing who I am, of facing who I have not been or who I have been that I'm really not, of doing this inner work, of this self-exploration, and it is work. We got to get in there and figure out, who am I? no longer living for all the people on the perimeter of the circle, their values and their needs and their expectations and their happiness, to come back to ourself, to come back to our center, to do this work, to look inwards as an act of love and compassion. It is so compassionate to give this to the people around you, to be the true you, to release the resentment, to release the blame, blaming others, blaming yourself, to stop being a victim of your circumstances. If there is a hell on earth for a man, it is that. To believe that your circumstances dictate your destiny. Nobody and nothing dictates your destiny. As my teacher, mentor, Viktor Frankl said, you always have the power to choose your response. No, you can't always choose the circumstances, but you and you alone get to choose how you respond. But not if you're out there lost in the circumstances. Getting back to you, the true you, at the center of your world. And I'll end with this. It is irresponsible, men, to not stand at the center of your life. So many guys I coach say, it's irresponsible for me to meet my needs, for pursue my dreams and wants if I do it responsibly. It's still irresponsible. It's about them. It's about other. And that's bullshit. That's a story you tell yourself. Hear this loud and clear. It is irresponsible to not be at the center of your life, to stand in your values, to become an immovable object, never wavering on those core aspects of who you are, on your why. It is irresponsible to leave that behind for whatever reason, to go out into the circumstances of life, to lose yourself on the perimeter of your identity. It is absolutely and unequivocally responsible. Whereas Viktor Frankl says, response able. Because when you're at the center, it is the only place you are able to choose your response. Jump over to manuprising.org. That's where I'm shifting my attention and my energies, where you can learn more about peer groups, men's peer groups, to help you get back to your center. And that's what a men's peer group, a Man Uprising peer group, is all about. So check that out, or defiantspirit.org, where you can learn how we can work together to help you get back to your self-centered, because it's not irresponsible, it's truly response able.